it's Holly here, and I'm at E3, and I'm here with Rob.
Hello.
And we're in our special blue room.
Yay.
Our magical blue room where everything looks really nice and is well lit.
Yeah, we look like professionals almost.
Almost.
Anyway, what have we just seen?
Horizon Zero Dawn.
That's it. Yes.
So they showed us pretty much what was shown at the press conference, but like a few little extra bits in like a little tiny secret room where there's like a sliding door, and we sat in there. So I've got a few little, new little bits that I thought I would go through.
Oh, you've taken your notes?
I've taken my notes. I would love taking notes.
See, I didn't take notes.
No, because you know that I'll take them.
Yeah.
None of you take notes.
No.
Nathan goes, it's up here. I'm like, it's not, is it?
No, because I've already forgotten. So tell me. Tell me what we saw.
Okay, so we saw pretty much the same demo, but the first thing they said as soon as they started was like, look, we've always sort of shown off this quite mountainous region. It was snowing and it looked beautiful. He was like, that's not what it's going to be like. He's like, there's dense jungle.
Yeah, that was exciting. And deserts as well.
Deserts. So the whole idea is that a lot of this will change as well. Like what you've just been seeing is really just like a fraction of what Horizon is going to give you as a location, which is really, really nice, actually.
And it's exciting as well, isn't it, to think that and they also mentioned that it was just a fully open world, no kind of loading between the hubs. It's just one big, massive open area. They said initially you may not have all of it initially.
Yeah,
but
because
kind of like a GTA style where you start like in one part of the city and then later on through the story, the whole thing opens up. So I think it's going to be that kind of thing.
But it just I think like with certain robots as well, he made it sound like there were certain robos that would only be available in certain areas. Robos?
Is that their official name now?
No.
No, it's not.
But it sounded like if you're in the jungle, you'd find the ones that'd be native to that jungle. Like that. Now, again, if you're like you want to find everything, that excites me because it means like it's an ecosystem.
Yeah.
And Horizon's created a fully sort of robotic ecosystem
just
to fit their world, and that excites me.
It's so intriguing, isn't it? The mystery behind why the world collapsed and why the wildlife is now robotic. I can't, it's amazing. I can't wait to just dive in and find out the secrets of it. It's so cool.
I'm so excited for Horizon. But like, we also learned the little bit that Aloy has on her ear. It's like a little triangle. I don't know if you've ever noticed it. So in one of the recent trailers, we saw her find this. It's like a piece of 1,000-year-old technology. This is when the apocalypse happened.
Yeah.
And actually what this does, so when you saw her scanning stuff in the demo, it was because she has this. So it's a skill that everybody else won't have.
Yeah.
And when she scans then, she can not only see like what they're weak against, like that Corruptor was weak against fire, she can then see if it's bits that can be sort of shot off, so like weak points, and she can see the path they're taking.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Which is very cool. And also the corruption as well. The more kind of corrupted animals you kill, the more you learn about the corruption.
Yeah, because like that's like I guess it's just it makes sense.
Yeah.
But like with the path, for example, so when we went to go get the bull this time round, he was showing us the path. So it was showing you where the bull was walking and where the watchers. So they're the little velociraptor-y type ones, and they're basically like walking security cameras. And what they do is they'll find you and then alert all the others that you're there. So you don't want a watcher to see you.
No, you need to take them out silently.
Yeah, so what she was doing was seeing their walking paths were, so she could find a route in that wouldn't cross the watcher's path.
Yeah.
And then she'd like a silent takedown. And then that had to recharge, after she took the bull then, that had to recharge before she could use it.
Yeah.
So, so the little scanny thing is part of the technology, and it's something only Aloy can do.
That's cool, isn't it?
Which is quite cool.
Again, it kind of feeds into the whole mystery of the narrative. Like, what is this technology?
Like, but why is she just got this, like, it's something like Gem and the holograms with that, like, just like an earring that does everything, and that's exciting.
Because Aloy is quite a mystery in and of herself, isn't she? No one knows where she's come from, really.
She doesn't really know where she's come from, and she's an outcast. That's part of her story, is that it looks like she's never really fit in, but these villagers are talking to her like they need her. So like I guess it's that narrative, right, of like why is she here, which is really exciting. They also showed a lot more of the RPG elements. So we saw quite a lot of them in the conference, crafting. Yeah. And we did some more crafting again, and we saw the way the weapon wheel popped up and the experience points. But this time we saw sockets.
Yes.
I mean, it sounds really daft, but they're basically your upgrade slots.
Yeah. So we kind of saw more of the RPG elements of it and how you're going to be outfitting Aloy. And they said it was kind of a bit more geared towards kind of your loadout and the gear you have, as opposed to stats and leveling up and getting stronger that way. Yeah. So kind of character progression will be centered around gear. I think that was what I took out of it anyway.
Yes.
Am I correct, Holly? Is
Yeah, because what they sort of said is the higher level robots will have higher level like things that they will drop, which you can then put into your sockets. They just refer to what you put into the sockets as mods.
Yeah.
So we went shopping with a trader. We were like picking up the new slingshot and like a new bow and arrow for her.
It was like a sniper bow and arrow, wasn't it?
So cool.
I was reading that description of it, and it basically was a sniper rifle, but in bow and arrow form. Yeah.
Like, it was amazing. It had 2 sockets, and on there you could put mods, and the higher up you go to kill enemies, the better mods you get. And that's really where it's going to come from. Shards, which is the currency, is obviously dropped by enemy robots. However, you also need shards for weapon upgrades.
Yes.
So you have to balance what you want to do. Do you want to spend them or craft with them? And we know you need to craft.
So you've got to really think about how you take enemies down as well, don't you?
You really think about it.
You need to be economical with it and efficient with it to enable you to upgrade your weapons.
No, you really have to. You can't just like running around buying new outfits. Although this time we did buy a new outfit in this demo, and this outfit was like 10+%, against the corruption.
Yeah.
And it also had 2 slots on it, so he was like, it was -5% to freeze. So he's like, okay, well you could add a plus mod to freeze there, and then bring the resistance to freeze up.
Yeah.
I love this stuff. I live for this stuff.
What impressed me most about it was the combat, though, because it's very rare that you get an open world RPG that has really good combat. And the cool thing about Guerrilla is obviously they've got their history of making the Killzone series, and what they were saying was that making Killzone has enabled them to understand combat spaces and how to design and create combat spaces efficiently and to make it fun for the player. So the combat looks amazing as well, doesn't it? It really does look. It really does. Cool.
It looks slick.
Yeah.
Like Guerrilla on like peak form as well. Like they literally are doing the best they can to make this not just fun combat, for it to fit the world. And we do know that we know there's going to be main story quests. They said there's loads of quests. There are sort of 2 types. Personal quests, so where you help a single person do a thing. Fetch this, that kind of stuff. And they're like national quests. Because some of these quests can affect the whole tribe. And they did sort of allude to the fact that it could then affect the balance of the world and the tribes in it, because some tribes don't like other tribes, as you'd expect. And it'd be really interesting to see how you could maybe screw up everyone's relationships with each other as tribes by doing these national quests, or what impact it might have.
It's awesome. Cool.
It's so cool. And I think those are my little extra bits that we've learned from seeing the behind closed doors demo of Horizon Zero Dawn.
Well, let us know what you think of Horizon Zero Dawn in the comments. It certainly is looking amazing.
Like I said,
for you, it's like your perfect game, isn't it, Holly?
Yes, it actually is.
Kick-ass redhead in a massive open world RPG.
Weapons.
And then for me, it's robot wildlife. Great.
Everyone's got a thing, Rob.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, guys. Thank you very much for watching. You can stay tuned to the YouTube channel because there's going to be loads more coming up from E3.